everyone, welcome to Pearl's Kitchen. If you like my video, give it a thumbs up, press the red button to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so you'll be notified for my upcoming video. It's all free. Thank you. Not all of us can do great things, but we can all do small things with great love. Amen. We all know who said that. It was our Mother Teresa. Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make garam masala, and here are the ingredients. We'll need a dry frying pan, so we've already got that ready, and the ingredients over here. In here I've got 1.5 tablespoons of Sahi Jeera, and now Sahi Jeera is also called the Black Jeera Seeds. And this is the same amount, 1.5 tablespoon of normal jeera, and that's cumin seed, and that's also cumin seed. And in here I've got 6 tablespoons of coriander seeds, that's dhania seeds. And in here we have got 1 tablespoon of fennel seeds, that's Saunth. So we don't want too much fennel, so we don't want to overpower the flavors. And in here I've got cinnamon sticks, and that's dalchini. I've got 5 long big cinnamon sticks, so if you've got small ones, put extra. And in here I've got cloves, that's long, and I've got 1/2 tablespoon of that. And I've got black elaichi, that's kali elaichi, and I've got 7 of them. And I've got green elaichi, that's the green cardamom, and I've got 2 tablespoons of green cardamom. And in here I've got 3 tablespoons of kali mirch, that's peppercorn. And in here I've got 4 star anise, and that's chakra Phool. And in here I've got a full nutmeg, a whole nutmeg, and that's called jaifal. And I've got mace, I've got 3 pieces of mace, and that's called jaivatri. And I've got 2 Kashmiri Mirch, dry whole Kashmiri Mirch, and 2 red chillies, also dry whole ones. And in here I've got, it's called patthar ke Phool, or also called Phool. In English we call it flower. And I've got around 2 tablespoons of that. And we'll need some salt. Salt is dry ginger, and I've got 2 tablespoons of that. And we need around 10 bay leaves. If you've got bigger ones, then put 8. If you've got smaller ones, then put like 12. But these are the medium ones, so we've got 10 of them, and we'll need a mixie to grind all this. The first thing we're going to do is put the gas on a very gentle heat, and I've just put this on, so let the pan get warmed up. And then here we're going to roast all these ingredients except the nutmeg, the Phool, the dried ginger, the Kashmiri Mirch, and the whole chilies and the bay leaves. So apart from that, we'll do this in the second batch. But first we're going to roast all this for 2 minutes on a very gentle heat. Okay, my pan's just barely warm, so that's how we need it. So I'm just going to start adding all the ingredients. That's the jeera. That's the Saunth, that's the dhania. I make this every 2 to 3 months, and when I start running out, I make another batch. That's the cloves, cinnamon stick, black elaichi, and that's the mace. Okay, so while the gas is on a very gentle heat, we're going to just roast this for around 2 minutes. Okay, this has had its 2 minutes. You can see it's still on a gentle heat when you put your hand here and your hand's not burning. So, and I've been roasting this for 2 minutes, and now I'm going to take it all out and put it in this dish. On the same frying pan, you can see the heat. It's not very hot. Now we're going to add the flour, the bay leaves, both the chilies, and the nutmeg, and then the salt, the dried ginger. And now on a very gentle heat, you roast this also just for a minute and a half. a minute and a half. Okay, just after a minute and a half, we're going to add this also in the bowl. And now let all this cool down before we put it in the mixer. Okay, once it's cooled down, you just give it a mix with your hand and then just try and pick out all the big bits like the Star Anise and the Cinamom Sticks and the big elaichi. Leave all the seeds in there. This is easy to be done, and it's like once you've made it, you've got 2-3 months fursat. You don't have to do it after that. And actually this garam masala comes much tastier than the bottle garam masala, because sometimes when I run out I put the packet one, but I straight away know the difference. Okay, so once all the big bits are picked up and put in the mixie, we're going to just grind this completely dry till it's nice and coarse. This has been in the mixie, and that's how coarse we need this before we add the rest of the ingredients. And now we're going to grind this again. Make sure it's not too powdery, just a little grainy. Okay, the garam masala is ready. This took less than a minute and you've got delicious garam masala ready. Now I never make mine too powdery because it's nice and grainy. So I'm going to put this in the bowl. And now whenever you make a curry, all you need is 1 teaspoon to put on the top for flavoring your curry. And if you're making a sabji, then just half a teaspoon. Now I'm just going to cool this down because it's still a little bit warm, and then I'm going to put it in the bottle. Now you can see I've transferred the garam masala into a jar, and that's it. Job done. And then you just take a label and you just put a label on the jar saying it's your homemade garam masala. You can write the date if you want, but in my house garam masala just goes very quickly because I'm always cooking, so this will go very quickly. So this is how garam masala is made. You saw how quick and easy this garam masala was to make. This was one of my shortest video. So, and now once you made it and bottled it, this can be kept in your larder, in your cupboard, and this can be stored for at least 3 months. So I hope you'll like this video. Share my link with your family and friends, and I shall see you next time with some more delicious cooking. But until then, may God go with you and give you His peace.